Hey, what's up, fam? How's everybody doing? Um, I'm out here in the woods. I was going for a run on the trail, it's a tobacco trail here in Durham. Um, I live downtown, but I run this trail a lot. Um, and I was out here and was thinking, why not just make a video right now, instead of waiting until later on in the day. Um, I'm just thinking about, as we move forward in our lives and the place we're at in history, the place we're at in terms of the future. A lot of us got to see the birth of the internet and how technology has shaped our lives, and it makes for these blessings like being able to make this video and share it, and you be able to watch it and share your thoughts. Um, but specifically when it comes to addiction, when it comes to creativity, discipline, it's beginning. The Great Divide is beginning now, and I live downtown. I live in a industrial area of concrete and internet and office buildings, and I have to come out here to kind of get a break from it. But I don't know if this is why we're here or if there's a more divine reasoning to the timing of our lives. But with AI and with the way things are headed, I feel there's going to be a split in humanity, and most people are going to try to stay in between. They're going to try to stay in the matrix world and be connected and use social media and have digital currency, and they're also going to want nature and land and these things to feel more relaxed and more connected with nature. But a lot of philosophers talk about the power that comes with things, and just the rawness of power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And with technology in the hands of certain entities, people, that's a different discussion. At what point does it get better? At what point do these things start to not have such an impact on human behavior? Some people will be better at it, but I just think that there has to be a choice where you go back to living that's more based on sustainability and living with nature. And I don't know how much you can still be connected into the system. That's going to be the big question. And sadly, technology is only going to make things like corn and addiction worse. I mean, I can't imagine what men and I'm sure some women too will be going through in 10, 20 years. Kids who find themselves exposed to these technologies that make you feel like you're actually with somebody. And this is just, it's going to take people to step up and fight against this. It's just, there's no other way around it. So I think in my life, that's what I'm going to start doing, is taking those steps towards being just more connected with nature in a sustainable way, and just relying less on technology. Resources. I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn a lot. And I think the more we actually start to commune and stand up against certain technologies and certain trends, then we can use these things more. But if it gets to a point where you're completely in the system or you're out, then that's when the Great Divide is going to happen, and that leads more to like prophecy. And is this connected to cyclical civilizations where things go a certain way and then there's a reset? That's something to explore too. I'm just kind of venting my thoughts and how my life's going to be. And you know, do you feel the same way? Back to, you know, the retention thing. I'm doing good on that. You know, I've got a lot of life force in me right now. I got a lot of kundalini going on. Even my throat chakra seems to be really activating. I've had this sort of like rash right on my throat chakra, like it's itchy rash. Comes and goes every few days. Very interesting. My third eye seems to be opening. About 110 days in on my retention path. And I'm not I'm not a total pessimist. I'm an optimist. But I'm also a realist. And it's going to be so easy for most people, especially most men, to fall into this system of addiction, of technology, of just making things easier. Well, what it really is it's the delusion of ease. It's the deception, because while it may feel easier, it's actually going to be far more, you know, far more constricting when it comes to your soul and when it comes to what you're able to create in this world. That's what I feel. And so, you know, peace to all y'all. I hope you guys are staying on the path and doing well. And I'll talk to you soon. All right.